Hey everybody. So excited for our June team call. I hope you're all having a great start to your summer. It's rainy here today, but the crops need it. I'm obsessed with our team shirts for SFR. I know some of you aren't able to attend in person, but you got one anyway. They are adorable. They say it's, what do they say again? It's more than, I'm like, it's backwards on here. It's more than wax, it's you. So for our SFR theme this year being Scentsy is you, I wanted all of your words on here. So everyone who commented on that post that I made a couple of months ago and put the word that Scentsy is to you, it is on this shirt, spelling out wax, and then all of our director and star director team names are on the back. I love it so much. Good morning, good morning. Okay, we have to figure out how to get Tina on here. She is going to be talking about personal shopping links. I was doing a call with her the other day, and she was talking about how she has perfected her personal shopping links, and she's been doing personal shopping links instead of formal parties. So I wanted her to share with y'all her expertise, what's been working for her. I know y'all are going to have a lot of takeaways. So I'm going to go ahead and get her on here so she can get started. I know she's at work, so I really appreciate her coming on and giving her time. I got this in white too, in a long sleeve, because I wanted to have one for fall and winter. So, hey!
Hi, see my little rig I put up? I tried to put a little sign up to try to make it look
I love it.
more formal, but I'm like, I couldn't find my my little ring light. So I'm like, I have you on a box. This is the other thing, if you think about it, you don't have to have everything, right? So literally right now the phone has a rubber band around a box and a piece of tape to keep it in place.
So, I love it. I'm using my window because I didn't have a plug for my ring light. So I'm using the mount for my ring light with my window in front of me. And I have two random doors behind me because I don't have an office. I don't have a space to work really except for my bedroom. So that's where we're at until my office is done. We're making it work.
I don't know, with little artwork with the kids on the back. This is life. I tried to do this real quick, and I apologize if the dogs start barking. Let me see if I can.
I understand. Oh, and this is where we're at with the mug today. We have a Christmas mug.
I did this one today.
My Scentsy one was dirty, and I only have like 8 mugs here right now. So, because we haven't moved all of our stuff in. So I'm like, Christmas it is.
Can I mute myself? Let me just see if I could. Maybe I should bring you into the other room. Sorry.
Do what you got to do. I get the dog struggle.
Okay.
And mine never bark until I'm on a video.
Okay, I can take my box with me.
Yes, okay. It's tied on there. You're good.
It's tied on there. Okay. Okay.
Are y'all excited to learn about personal shopping links? I love personal shopping links. I keep personal shopping links open like at least like 20 at a time, and they are the best. So I'm excited to hear all of her tips for what's working.
Okay, I'm gonna take my little cheat sheet and go into the other room. I think that's just best to do.
Lock yourself in the closet. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, this is what I end up doing half the time anyway. I go into the bathroom and I sit down. It's the only quiet place.
There you go.
So
introduce yourself first. Tell us who you are.
Sure.
How long you've been with Scentsy, all the things, and then tell us all the personal shopping links.
Okay. So my name is Tina Brosnan. I've been with Scentsy for, I think, 2 years now? Something like that. So I started just thinking I'm going to do this like, oh, I buy so much already for myself and I'm obsessed and I love it. So why not just do it? And I did. And it ended up, I was like, I'll just do a little bit on the side, and it ended up really growing. And I'm like, wait a second. I knew from start, because I work a 9 to 5 in corporate, and I have another business, and I was like, I'm not sure which direction I want to go in. So it ends up really like I figured out a way to make this work for me. and still make a steady $300 to $600 a month. I'm like, oh, this is cool. So now I'm actually looking at, since this is working out so well, I'm looking at ways to grow and make that even bigger. So I'm like, oh, I can do this, with my work-life balance. But this was my solution because I was trying to do parties. It was just so time consuming for me. And I think parties were very hot back then, but they just started, found like I was wasting a lot of my time. And it was a lot of the same thing. And people weren't as into it as they were with COVID. So what I started to do was open up personal shopping links for people. I think the key thing is to not sound spammy. And I think that's the very, very, common thing. Like we just say, hey, you want to, don't copy and paste. What I end up doing is if someone orders from me once or so, I say, hey, great. You start dripping on people, right? They call it like dripping. So they order once and then you may say something like, hey, let me open up a shopping link for you. Depends upon the person. Like always keep it like a natural conversation. But often what I'll do is I'll say, hey, thank you for your order so much. Here, some people, hey, I opened this link for you. So next time you order, you use it. But that can be a little tricky because you have that 90-day limit. So a lot of times during conversations, I will say, hey, before you order, I can open a personal shopping link for you. And I could, and I go over the rewards. I don't go into like values and dollar amounts because that scares people off. I say simply, hey, normally first level rewards, I don't say what the dollar amount is in the first conversation. First level rewards is 1/2 off coupon and 10% product credit, right? So then I say, but my customers, I give you 2/2 off coupons and 10% product credit at first level. And I leave it at that. I wait to see what the response is.
And that comes from perpetual party reward, right?
Yep. That comes from the perpetual because you're not doing a party. So, don't be selfish. And this is the key to setting yourself apart from everybody else. You want to set yourself apart from other people. So I give them that. And a lot of times they'll say, oh yeah. I say it could stay open for up to 90 days, but I also mention I keep them open. You don't have to blab it all out in one spot. I keep them open for 30 days at a time because I'd like to check in with my customers. So never open a shopping link for a max of 90 days and let it sit there. I kind of time it. Like if it's close to the beginning of the month, I'll end the link at the end of the month. This way, all my links have the same expiration date. It makes it much easier to manage. Much more to manage. If they're like mid-month, like going into the mid-month, I'll give them like the month and a half. And then I check back in with them. But you want them all to expire on the same day to manage it for you. And one thing and then probably about like 7 days before the month goes to an end, I'll come in with something like, oh, your link expires in about 7 days. I don't say you have 83 PV. You don't mention that. You say, oh, you are $50 away from first level rewards. That's what you say. So you don't tell them all these numbers and values to scare them off. You tell them how far they are away from next level. And you say, I assume I shall extend, or may I extend this, you'd like to extend, correct? And I kind of like feed it that way. It's all about like how you word it.
Yes.
So that was like really, really key and money for me. And usually I think I have like 13 open right now. Usually towards like the beginning of the month, I always also message them, hey, this is what Scentsy has got going on this month. But sometimes I learned from some mistakes. I don't want to just blab it all out. I say, hey, we've got a lot of great things going on this month. May I send you a summary? This way they respond. More interaction on in these things will help. Like you want a Facebook message that helps your algorithm, right? So you want to have a conversation. You just don't want to leave it like a closed end. Like, here you go. Here's everything that's going on this month, because they're not going to respond to that, so you want to have a conversation. So whatever you can do to open up a conversation. I wrote down from a little cheat sheet, the constant communication, especially during new releases and specials, Oh, and your tip about asking for the text alerts was like really huge. Um, so I'll message them and say, hey, this is going on. I know you love Stitch. Use your reports. Yeah, exactly. Um, so use your reports to pull in like who bought what, and then you can message them, hey, I see you bought Stitch before, and can I put you on a text alert for like when the release goes live, or shall I pre-order it for you? Because you could pre-order and then still book it to their open shopping link. Now, key is also you tell them, hey, share this with your friends and family. You'll get, in no time, you'll get that extra $50 or wherever you need to your next level. And then you use those people that order of the friends and family, and you would communicate with them as well. And you would say, hey, thank you so much for supporting her. She's doing great, with her link and her shopping. She's X amount from next level. You can, you got to be careful with what you exactly say, but often when you extend, then that also gives you a reason to reach out to the people that have bought under that personal shopping link and say, hey, Kim extended a shopping link. Here you go. And you can resend it to them. So that was another like huge plus.
People need reminders too. Everybody
Yeah.
forgets everything.
And then that was the other thing. When I extended, when a lot of times throughout the month, if like towards the end of the month, that 7-week mark is when I usually start communicating with the people like, hey, would you like to extend or not? I will say, okay. And they'll 9 times out of 10 say, yes, I want to extend. And then I'll say, okay, done. And I'll resend them their link. So this way they don't lose it. They know where it is. A lot of people don't need it, but it's kind of like that reminder. And I would probably say at least half of them end up ordering again. Just based on, I just resent them their link.
I've noticed the same thing. It's like they forget about the link, or they lose the link, they delete their text, they, whatever. I'm like, save this to your notes section.
Yeah.
But yeah, I resend it too. I do the same thing. And then they're like, oh yeah, I need this and that. So let me just order $50 worth. Or, ooh, my friend likes Stitch or whatever it is.
Yeah, I had one girl say to me, no, I gotta close. I have way too much stuff already. And she's like, what do you do? And I was like, I get so many rewards, I end up like using them as gifts. And that kind of let a trigger off in her head. And she said, oh, I have to buy so-and-so a gift. I'm going to buy her one of the warmers with the 5 bars. Because when I reached out to telling about all the specials this month. So she ended up doing that. So it got me a sale, even though it wasn't for herself.
That's really good during the holidays too, because people will use their host rewards to get Christmas gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
In the future, that's something to think about.
How I can maximize like their rewards too. I say, you gotta, if you want to close, if you decide to close, like give me a couple of days notice so I can really work on these rewards in the back end and figure out how to maximize and get you the most for your money. And then you have conversation throughout the month. Say, hey, you're eligible for a free join kit. You can get discounts. So you don't have to just say, hey, you want to join my team. You drip on people throughout. The same dripping goes on in with when you want to open a shopping link, as opposed to when you want to join the team, and you have these conversations. It's a lot of conversation. So it's not like you're not working. You're just not doing a party, but you're still working. You're still working. You're still calling people, messaging people, talking to people.
It is still a party. It's just a different version of, it's not a formal party, but it is a party order that is gaining you new customers and getting you more orders. So it is a way to party, but it's a way more casual way of partying.
Now, what I've done
for your people who don't want to do a party, it's really good for those people.
Yeah. And what I did with one of them, I haven't done this in a while, but with one of them, what I did is I had like 13 links open, and I said, hey, why don't we do, like, I'm going to do this multi-hostess thing and throw all of my people with open links into one group, and let's share, and let's try to get you to next level rewards. And that worked once, where I got a couple of new people. I threw all my hostesses. I mean, of course, they have to agree to it. I say, invite your friends and family. Let me share Scentsy. So I did a multi-hostess with all of the shopping links, and you have to be very organized with that. Put something in, the notices, to say, okay, these are everyone's links. Make sure you choose your hostess at checkout. These are their links. But that worked. That was a lot of fun. And I just did one party for all of them. Like, let's try to maximize your rewards. So it was fun. And I apologize the way I'm like all disheveled today. I almost called out sick from work.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
think
so Dixie said, what did Dixie say? I feel like the word party needs to be replaced because there's so many more ways to get PRV than traditional parties. Yeah, I don't call anything a party anymore. If I'm doing something online, it's a scent social. If it's
yep,
a bag party, it's going to be like a grab bag or a scent, whatever you want to call it, scent bag or a whatever. There's so many names for it.
nobody.
Um,
Yeah,
and then personal shopping link, obviously that is like the least pressure that you could put on somebody. I feel like it sounds so simple. You could call it a referral link, you could call it a reward link. For a long time I called it a VIP reward link.
I was doing that too.
There's so many things you can call it without saying party. Like, don't even, the word party is so like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
People don't want to hear it. They want the rewards, but they don't want it called a party. They don't want it to feel high pressure. They don't want to feel like they have to do a ton of work.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want work anymore. We all know that. So
I mean, I still managed to consistently make the top 20 on you because that's like part of my goal. I want to just be in that slide.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted you to talk about it because you do great PRV and all you do are personal shopping links and follow up. And y'all notice she said conversations. Conversations are the most important part of your business, not posting on social media and waiting for somebody to order, not sending out a mass text to it needs to be personal. You need to still have those one-on-one conversations, the follow-ups, the join conversations, and personal shopping links also are a great way, like she said, to lead into the conversation of them joining. Because if they're spending all that money on a personal shopping link, especially if they're also referring their friends,
yep.
But if they're spending that much money to get rewards, same goes with Cincy Club, they need to join. And you can tell them those numbers like, hey, you just spent $200. Here's how much you could have earned back on that. Do you want to flip this? Do you want to, we've got this $25 kit this month. So keep that in mind. It's a great way to lead into that join conversation without just jumping to, hey, you want to join my team? Like, and by the way, don't say join my team. That's bad verbiage too.
And it's like, it's not good. I mean, you still have to do other things, like, because you're not doing parties, so you're not meeting all of those various people. So like my big thing is wherever I am, like I have a horse, and that's part of my why I do this. My Sensi pays for his shoes once a month, or every 6 weeks, and or gas in my car. But like at my barn, I literally, like, I hunt those sales. When we do those clearance sales or they have those specials, I grab that stuff and I use that to kind of drop in places where I visit. Like I go and I spend my time. Like I put the fragrance flowers in our barn bathroom. And everyone that comes and visits and now boards there is like, your bathroom's so fancy. Like I have Scentsy soap in there. I have fragrance flowers, and so important, label it. Like label, I have I just finally made labels with QR codes, so I slap it all on the back of it. I have sold so many fragrance flowers just from those fragrance flowers being at the barn.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and
they're like, why does your barn smell good?
They're like, why does your barn smell so good? And I need some of these, and so yeah, and you have to do that. You have to stay on top of that. Like you can't just do shopping lists because they're gonna dry up. Like I close one, and I'm like, I need to open 2 more. And then you figure out ways, where can I post in my community groups. You have to look at their rules. Their rules are very stringent on some of them on sales. And of course, we have our compliance rules to figure out, make sure you do it right. But I've gotten a couple people from that, occasionally posting in my community group, following up with people that liked it, placing hand soap flowers to soap at the barn.
Again, that conversation, she posted something and she followed up with the people who liked it. She didn't expect them to just come to her from that post and be like, hey, I want to buy that. It doesn't work like that. So posting on social media is fantastic if you are interacting with people who are interacting with your posts.
Yep. And then my VIP group, I see a lot of people saying, oh, it's dead. I need something for interaction. I need something for this. And I'm like, so how I run my VIP group now, that I just basically do links, is once a day, I post something of value. Get away from using graphics and flyers. They're the death of you. Okay. I literally,
nobody wants to see that.
No, I literally on Saturdays and Sundays when I do my cleaning in my bathroom, I take before and after pictures of my shower door. Or like I realized like my son likes watermelon, so I had him watermelon tangerine. My daughter likes cloudberry dreams. So I literally took a Sharpie, wrote both their names on a hand soap, put their toothbrushes in front of it, took a picture of that, and that got the most reactions and views to say, his and her hand soaps. You don't have to sell in every
So
post.
cute.
Yeah, just share how you're using it, like you said, and that's common, right? And post one time a day of value, and 9 times out of 10 I'll also see my VIPs, even though I don't get much reaction or interaction. I'll also see my VIPs ordering from something that I posted. So it works. You just, again, stay away from flyers when you can.
You just have to stay consistent because people are watching. Like she said, people will go order. They don't necessarily have to like the post for them to see it. You can see how many people are seeing the post.
Yeah.
So, right? You can see, right, on your group.
I see.
I don't have a VIP group anymore, but I used to. And I mean, I didn't get a whole lot of interaction in my VIP group either, but I did get orders. So, like, if I would post a 6-pack pick that I chose from Bring Back My Bar or something, people would go order that exact 6-pack.
Yep.
So they might not comment on it and be like, oh, I want this, but they might go straight to my website and order it. So you just have to keep sharing every single day, whether you feel like it's being seen or not. It's being seen, and you're planting seeds right now. Right now, you're getting ready for harvest season that's going to come around in the fall. Right now, you may feel like everybody's MIA, nobody's seeing anything. People are out, people are busy, people are doing all the summer things. What you're doing right now, the conversations you're having right now, those are getting you ready for the huge harvest that you're going to have in the fall. So in 60 days from now, you're going to see all the benefits of what you're doing right now that you feel like you're not getting anything from it right now. You're going to see that in 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be like, that's why I didn't give up.
Yep. May I send you a catalog, or ask questions. There you go. Start it now. Because if they got the wish box, I got a catalog, but, and I do go live. So what I started to do,
that's so important.
Kind of funny is, my husband kind of cringes with all the Scentsy boxes. So I started to having them delivered at CVS. So I started to go live in the CVS parking. I think yeah. And it's so confused. Like, look, this is what I'm up to.
So that shows people that they can do your job. I mean, that is relatable. They see you on the go. Half of my videos I do in my stories and stuff are I'm sitting in my car. So like people see that and they're like, oh, well, if she can work in the car, while sitting in the car rider line or while whatever, I can do that. So yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I think it's hard. I'm not that great at the join conversations. I don't have much luck at it. I'm going to get better. I think one of the biggest things when you have those conversations, I just wanted to add, because I do have it written down here, is that a lot of people say, well, everyone and their mother sells Scentsy. Like what? And I'm like, well, and I don't want to do so you talk to them about, hey, you don't have to do parties. This is how I run my business. I make $300 to $600 every month just doing this, opening links. And okay, plus so much competition. You lose your order, your customer to somebody else. Guess what? That's because you didn't have a shopping link open with them, and you didn't have that constant communication going with them. That's why you lost it. So you can secure your customers won't shop with anybody else if you make them want to be with you. Keep that link open. Keep that communication open.
I hope y'all heard that, because that's like a major light bulb gold nugget moment. If you've never thought about it that way, if they have a personal shopping link open with you, that's almost like having a Scentsy Club with you. They're locked in with you as a loyal customer if they have that referral link or personal shopping link with you.
And you communicate.
Why would they go shop from somebody else when they have $100 sitting here that they could order $100 more and have rewards? As long as you're keeping them up to date on that to remind them, hey, you're this far away. Don't forget about your link. Here's what's new, whatever you're telling them. So another thing too that helps is like getting to know who their friends are and what they like. So this goes for any kind of party. But if you kind of know what their friends like if they're a Disney lover, they probably have friends that are also Disney lovers. Or if they have kids, they probably have kids or probably have friends that also have kids. So keep those things in mind. If they have dogs, maybe they know other people who have like think about these things and get to and ask them like, what do your friends love, so that I can keep an eye out for you on things that may come out that your friends might like, and then when they order, that'll go toward your reward. So just look for a way to serve people. That's all you're doing. You're looking for how you can serve people what they will love. Keep their specific needs in mind.
Keep an eye on newsroom. So you're still working, but it's more off Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, if that's something that stands out to you that you think would bring you joy, do that. I'm an introvert. I don't want to be on Facebook Live every day if I don't have to be. I don't want to be out in the world peopling either. I don't go anywhere. So I have everything delivered to me, including my groceries. I just don't go places. So I have to really work social media and conversations and network through people, get referrals. Like, you gotta make it. It can work for whatever your life looks like and whatever brings you joy, but you've got to figure that out.
Yep. Agreed.
Anything else you wanted to share? So much good stuff. Thank you. Yes, this is going on YouTube. Somebody said, I hope this is going on YouTube. So I hope Tina doesn't mind because I was going to put it on.
Like dogs and stuff barking. I think the biggest thing is, how do you set yourself apart? Like, keep that in mind. Don't be that boring lady. Like, don't be that. Set yourself apart. I gotta tell you guys a secret. I don't do those samples. I don't do wax samples. I need to. I have to. I would love to do felt samples one day, but I don't. You know what I use? Stickers. That's it. Stickers.
Those stickers are the best. I love, especially the sticker sheets, like when you do the new releases, or if you do like a 6-pack pick, put 6 of your favorites on there, or 3 of your favorites, or just the scent of the month, whatever. Use those stickers, especially if you're a new consultant on a budget. Use those stickers because you can mail those with 1 stamp, and 1 stamp alone is getting pretty pricey nowadays. So 1 stamp, if you can mail something with 1 stamp, do that.
And then what I started to do, I'll just show you real quick, is use the Scentsy tools, the business tools, right? I got this really cool little business card. Here's the thing. You think to yourself, and this was why it stopped me for so long, doing something like a business card, doing something like a label, doing something like, it's because I was like, oh, what about this? And what about this? And what about that? I was like, you know what? Just do it. So I realized I could make improvements to this. I could add my QR code, but this is all through Scentsy. It's like really pretty. So that was a cool thing. And then the same thing with the Vistaprint. I know I realized I don't have a independent Scentsy consultant on it, but I wrote my little business name and I have my QR code on the back, and I'll just put like a little label. I'll use this and I stick it in one of is all about branding, right? I have these really cool Scentsy purple envelopes that I use, and this is a big one for the catalog. And then think, oh, you want to save money on like shipping? Ship something flat as a thank you. Like, I got these little headband things that you could ship that keep it flat.
Those are cute. I have a lot of those.
Yeah.
I think those came from Etsy. I think is where I found mine.
That was an Etsy person. And then you label it. Everything label. That's the key when you get out. Like, I have these really cute little ones that are super tiny that go great on scent circles. That just has basically refills and more. It has my website. And then I have the bigger ones. Remember, like, so your brand, that's for like a big.
Those are so cute.
And then I have these ones, which are just for regular. So if people pick up a product, they see my name. I was using these, but I wanted something smaller. Oh, and these are the QR code ones that I have now that I started doing.
And you can do stamps. You can get the self-inking stamps from Etsy or the Vistaprint store through Scentsy. I have one of those, and it's a lifesaver for like scent circles, scent packs, things that you can stamp that it's not going to like smudge.
Mm-hmm.
So quick, you can just go through and stamp all of them. So your information is so important because you never know what's going to get into whose hands. I mean, even if it's going to a customer, you're bagging a local order, they may give one of those things to their friend or their son or whoever. Like, I just had a customer order the NHL warmer and bar for her son. So of course I put a label on that because then he'll know where to come back if he wants to get more wax or whatever.
I get the buddies from clearance. I use them as birthday. I have a 5 and 7 year old, a 6 and 7 year old. So I gift them. And on what I've noticed I wasn't doing is I put my label on the box of the buddy and on the scent pack, but I write a little note on the back of the paper for the scent pack, where it's like plain and white. And I said, hey, insert this into the buddy. Because a lot of kids don't know, like, what is this? I love
that.
No, it is. Insert this is your buddy to have a snuggly smell good buddy. And this buddy makes the perfect tooth fairy pillow as well. And that has made a huge difference. I've gotten a couple of parents like, oh my God, this is perfect. They want, of course, more the mermaid, but you know, I was like,
cannot wait when Carson starts losing teeth. We have like 50 buddies. He's gonna have so much fun with that.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Are you done, or did you have anything else you want to share?
No, I think that's all I can think of right now.
Well, I appreciate you. I know everybody else appreciates you.
Number one, spend the money on the labels.
Label all the things.
Label everything. That's your
I don't care if you have to handwrite your labels. I hand wrote my labels when I first joined until I had a printer. So it's a lot of work, but it's worth it when you get those reorders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have no idea how to get you off, so maybe, okay, never mind, there's an X. There we go. Okay, so lots of good tips, lots of things. Another thing too, with the season we're in right now, we're in June. I think personal shopping links are great for Bring Back My Bar. They're great for Bring Back My Bar because you have, you know, if you're sampling out, I have Bring Back My Bar samples. I have the cards printed off, and I circled my 6-pack faves so they can see which 6 I love. I printed those on cardstock 4 to a page. I have samples. I let my customers request samples. So what I did for Bring Back My Bar request is this year, or this round, I did 6-pack requests. So I did my labels. I've provided these templates, by the way, the Canva templates. Oh, love you very much. It's so good. So what I did was I had them request a 6-pack. So I made 6-pack picks of my favorites in each fragrance category. So I do felt samples, so you can see how thin that is and so light. And what I do is I buy the 1.5-inch round felt circles from Amazon and cut them in half. So it doubles the amount that you get, and it is like dirt cheap when you do them like that. They go so far. But I did a fruit 6-pack, I did a bakery 6-pack, a floral, and an earthy. So I had them, instead of saying, hey, request whatever samples of Bring Back My Bar, I let them request a 6-pack of their choice. So if they like fruit, then they chose the fruit 6-pack. They're going to get all 6 fruit scents that were my favorites. That gives them 6 to try. The more the merrier, rather than just sending them one. They're probably going to like a couple of those. You can encourage them to buy the 6-pack for $30, or you can encourage them to upgrade to the 12-pack. Go ahead and get 2 of each of those for $50 and save however much that is that they save. And then you can get them in Scentsy Club to earn the incentive. So that's 6 cents they can try for dirt cheap, because these felt samples are so thin and so cheap to mail. And then they can, so personal shopping links, what I was saying about that, if they don't want to get in club, you can incentivize them with the warmer of the month, the scent of the month, the Bring Back My Bars, LTOs. We have all these things that you can incentivize people with for a personal shopping link. Anytime somebody gives me an order, especially if it's a larger order, I tell them about personal shopping links. I have verbiage saved to the keyboard shortcuts of my iPhone under settings, keyboard, text shortcuts. I have it saved where I can literally type out PSL for personal shopping link, and it types out the whole thing for me. Same thing if I'm sending them their personal shopping link. The same verbiage. It's already there for me. I can tweak it if I need to. That's working smarter, not harder. When you are having all these conversations and you're setting up 10, 15, 20 personal shopping links at a time, you have to work smarter. So have those things in place to where you can work quickly, efficiently. I have that verbiage also in our verbiage document in the group Google Drive. So it's there. You can literally copy and paste it. So I think that's all we were going to talk about today. I think personal shopping links are perfect for summertime as well. I mean, they're great for all the time, but they're perfect for summertime because people are very busy and on the go right now with summer. We all are. So customers are not wanting to do a whole lot of work right now, and they may not want to do bag parties. They may not want to do online parties right now. They may be unplugged from social media. So having these personal shopping links, it's very little work. It's something that they can still bring you some referrals from, but it's going to lock them in as that loyal customer. Even personal shopping links, not just leading to join conversations, that can also lead to Scentsy Club conversations. If you want to tell them, hey, Scentsy Club kind of works the same, except you get even more perks, and then you can use those points you earn toward warmers and whatever on my website. So that's a whole other thing. And I did the Scentsy Club, joined the Scentsy Club training. I recorded that yesterday and I submitted it for the virtual SFR. So I'm super excited about that. I think it was really, really good. And then I'll be presenting in person as well, but they had us record a video for virtual. And if you know me, you know my trainings run long. I'm very long-winded. I'm very squirrely, but I had an outline. I edited my video. I stuck to the topic, and I talked for 22 minutes. I was so proud of myself. 22-minute training, and it's going to be so good. So I'm super excited for SFR. I cannot wait to see so many of you there. I can't wait for all of you virtual attendees also to attend. Who is excited to find out the next incentive trip? Where do y'all want it to be? Where do y'all want the next fall incentive to be? I want Hawaii. I mean, I'm happy with anywhere that involves a beach or warm weather, or really, I mean, I'm happy with anywhere because let's be honest, they give it to us for all expenses paid. But I want Hawaii or like Punta Cana. Like, I want somewhere tropical. But Hawaii has always been on our bucket list, and I want to go so bad. And honestly, I want to take Carson so bad too. So yeah, I'm really excited to find out where the incentive is. Anything tropical, I hear you. I hear you. All right, well, I hope y'all learned so much. I've seen a lot of people asking about my earrings, so my beautiful friend Shauna Baggett made me these as a gift, but you can get these on Etsy. So like if you just Google, if you just go to Etsy and search Scentsy Bar earrings, there's so many. And these are like acrylic earrings, so you could search Scentsy Bar acrylic earrings or acrylic Scentsy earrings. Lots of cute stuff on there. But all right, I love y'all. I'm going to go upload this to YouTube, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye!